Hello today, ladies and gentlemen. This is Island Garage coming back again. I have been pretty inactive since the summer of 2022 when I made a video showing you how to put these bad boy SI seats inside of your EK Civic. A year later, I really haven't had any issues with the seats. They're exceptionally comfortable. Everybody that comes inside of the car always says these are really comfortable, very nice. I mean, they are heavy. That's one downside, but honestly, I think it's so worth it. If you can pull a pair of seats like these out of a junkyard and you use that video, you don't have to weld, you just cut and bolts, local hardware stuff. You can put a set of these in your car if you pick one up. I mean, they're on Marketplace, you can probably find them. But yeah, the only other issue happened to be the seat belt, actually. So it might be easier if you get ones that fit the 8th gen SI seats and compare it up. Because all you have to do to modify to get your stock seat belts to fit inside the new seats is you just have to grind a little bit off on each side and make it skinnier, that's all. And then you're perfectly good, you don't have to worry about anything. And yeah, pretty comfortable. Right now it is a glorious day. Nice, rainy, gloomy, depressing. Here in beautiful Mexico, of course. This happens to look like anywhere other in the world that you may know of. It's just been altered with CGI. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing these vlogs for a long time. Currently, I daily drive this. It has 140,000 on the clock, and I've been dailying it. I dailied it to school for a little bit. Now I'm working a lot. I have a lot of commute, so I've been dailying this because it's pretty cheap on gas. Gas is super high, or not as bad as some of the other West Coast guys. I'm sure I was actually in California this year. I know it's unrealistic out there. We had a diesel truck. We were spending $6 at some point a gallon. It was unreal. I actually have a lot of stuff from that trip, so if you guys would like to see some cross-country stuff, I have a lot of photos and videos. Let me know inside the comments below. I would be more than happy to share that with you guys. I have a lot of things that I could show you. If there's anything you'd like to know, just literally toss it up in the comments. But yeah, I'm just commuting. I have to go pick up something for work today. You know, just literally a guy going about his daily life. Simple as that. We are in 2023 and we are driving a 1998. As you can see, still have a manual in 2023 because why wouldn't I? And I gotta say, I daily manual a lot. Oh Lord, this is gonna be fun. Yeah, this bridge is always fun whenever you're leaving New Mexico City. But yes, driving traffic in a manual, 0 issues. I see no problems here. I don't know. I, for one, think the driving test should be done in a manual car. So that way, you have to have an idea of what you're doing before you can get your license here. Like, because you have people that are just absolute menaces to society with 0 prior experience. And these cars nowadays are just way too fast for you to not be thinking about what you're doing whenever you're putting your foot through the floor of it. Cars from the 80s and 90s, people can still daily drive. Nobody is, Exhibit A, but in different areas you see there's definitely still some older cars on the road. But something like this should be able to last. And older stuff that they built, like a lot of those 2000s cars, you have GM, the Chevys, I have a Blazer, my friends have Suburbans, Tahoes, those things are bulletproof. These things are bulletproof. My friend has a Subaru too, WRX 05, maybe I'll show you guys some videos on that, link in the comment below. If you guys want to see some videos on that, we have some work to do to that Subi. But all these old cars, we daily them 200,000 miles under, you know, not at all the most good conditions, and they still hold up. Like, they're meant to be used. And truth at the end of the day is, if you're going to be able to use a piece of machinery for 20 years, that's a hell of a lot more efficient than getting a new car that gets 20, almost 30 miles to the gallon economy, but you know, it's a lease, so you're going to be giving it back, or it's not going to last as long as something like these can last because they were simpler, and all those simple cars from the 2000s, 90s, 80s even. Like, I don't really get it, you know? I think we're moving in a really interesting way as a society with, you know, not everywhere, but in certain cities, you know, on the West Coast, on the East Coast. I'm sure some of you guys might live in cities, you see it too, where everyone's leasing a new car. It's just, I don't know. I think we might have problems in the future and people might not realize, you know, we're using a lot of resources to make all these new cars. And, you know, what happened was we've seen it with COVID, whenever the chip shortage hit, like what are we going to end up doing if we really run out? Like we ran out of chips. Okay, what if we run out of other materials? But yeah, I don't know. That's my little rant. Oof. Look at you, sir. That's a pretty nice GT. He's got a nice little diffuser on there. Oh yeah. This guy want to play today or no? Yeah, like usually I would sit in this bumper to bumper a good portion of the time. Hello, okay. I see no reason for horns to be being blown, but I guess that's just how it is today. Preferred communication method around these parts. Blowing your horn, you know? I do it all the time. You know, always, just a guy cuts me off, blow the horn, right? Here. Okay. All right, and I guess we're back. Yeah, so we're on the lower level right now. It's cool, you know. The upper level is kind of nice, but I don't mind taking the lower level. They built it because it's supposed to be faster and no trucks and all that stuff, which, like, you know, it's cool. Gray and gloomy, nothing like it, you know? Like cities like that are always gray and gloomy, it's so weird. Like, I know London's kind of like that, and then there's obviously Seattle. Like, that they're just always like that overcast gray. And like, don't get me wrong, like, it's a cool thing, and I know there's a lot of people who love like the ambiance and motif of it. But I don't know, because if you also look at it the same way, like Seattle has the highest suicide rate. Like, I don't know, but I feel like this is cool, but sunshine, you still can't beat sunshine. Also, I don't know what they did down here. Maybe I was wrong at the lower level, because my tires should be perfectly fine. And these things, it's so like
proceed to the group.
Like, I don't know if it's coming through in the video, but I don't know. Honestly, they just cannot pour roads anymore like they used to. They just absolutely can't. Like, I've been on cement roads that were built God knows when, probably half a century ago. Also, that's another topic for discussion. Cement roads. I don't know how many of you guys actually have cement roads where you're from or in your areas, but I have a few where I'm from, like, predominantly, and they're fun. I like cement roads. I know you can definitely lose traction a little more, but that also kind of makes them more fun, and it's also a lot louder whenever you're driving on them. But I don't know, like, I like the ability to lose, you have a little more slip. So if you have an all-wheel drive car, front-wheel drive, you know, you can slide around a little easier. And if you have rear-wheel drive, then you just pop the clutch and bake it for a whole mile. Which, you know, not gonna argue with that. That's all I'm gonna say. Another topic for discussion, Rain-X. I feel like there are a lot of people that have never heard of Rain-X. But my one pet peeve is if I get inside your car and I feel legitimately unsafe because we cannot see out the windshield because it's dirty whenever it rains on it, I'm like kind of sketched. I don't know. But see, Rain-X, I can still see through this. And then I just put one white, and it's gone. And it only takes you like 5 minutes to do. Maybe I'll put a link below to where I buy my Rain-X. You should probably get it on Amazon or something. But if you're looking and if it rains by you, you should totally get Rain-X. I'm not sponsored by Rain-X or anything, not a sponsorship. But just in terms of safety, and if you guys want to be able to see where you're going and not have to worry about it whenever you're driving in the rain, or if you got parents or grandparents or anyone else has trouble driving, get them Rain-X. Just because that little bit helps so much.
Yo guys, what's going on? I just realized how long this video was actually taking. I was not expecting to go as long as it's coming out to be inside the editing. But if you guys made it to the end of this video, I just wanted to say thank you so much. I don't know if anyone will make it here, but if you are, you're a real one. I really appreciate you. Drop a like, leave something in the comments if you want me to see, you want me to talk about something. We got a lot of projects coming up, a lot of different stuff. Off-roading, I'm gonna be tuning my friend's car. We put a cold air on it. I have a C4 Corvette now. We're doing work to that. There's just so much going on, I can't even begin to describe it. If there's anything you guys want to see, please, leave a like, leave a comment below. Just anything, help me out, make some more content for you guys. But yeah, stay safe out there. Don't work too hard, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.